No, it started with Will. He decided that Mika and Koshia had to go. He worked with Dom, William.
Whoa.
Y'all were a part of that conspiracy,
No.
That's
Because
why
I told you
I
off rip.
flipped out. I don't know
The
if y'all
question
saw
that
me.
was asked.
I have the messages, bro. You cannot sit there and tell me that it didn't happen when I literally have the messages.
No,
where it
because
says,
after that-
I'm getting LaRon's fiance out. Cole has to go.
What up, good people? This is Mike, the philosopher, here with another one. This one is the rankings for the men and the women. Why? Because we're getting down to the wire, okay? It's time to sort some things out. People may be a little bit confused, okay? Even I was for a minute till I worked it out, all right? Now that I've worked it out, let's get to business because the clock is ticking. We at the getaway, and we need some answers on what is going on. So, without further ado, let's go in. I'm always a gentleman at the end of the day, so we're going to start ladies first. Okay. At number 5 is still Mika. All right. Now, I'm liking the connection that Mika and Justin is developing. Justin seems pretty enamored with Mika, and I understand why. He's a bit, hypnotized by Mika for some obvious reasons. I'm not mad at that. I understand he's a man at the end of the day. But I just don't know how much of it Mika. She still don't want to have no kids. Nothing really has changed. She says she's not going to change how she moves. She's not really going to take advice from anybody. She is just kind of floating by because the men have been getting eliminated. Okay. The men have been constantly getting eliminated. So she's been kind of safe, but at the end of the day, I don't think she's changed much. Now, all that being said, I have some concerns. My number one concern is I don't know how much she's actually into Justin. Okay. Let me say this disclaimer too to all the people on RTL. Don't take none of this personal. This is just a viewer point of view. I still would like to talk to y'all if y'all would like to come on the show, blackmanrankings@gmail.com, and we can discuss things, okay? So don't take it personal. Now that disclaimer is out there, I am not sure how much she is actually into Justin. And the reason I say this is because she's still wanting Chaz. I think when it's all said and done, I think she would still choose to be with Chaz if given the chance. I think she would drop Justin for Chaz. So it tells me I don't know how much this connection is real, although and she also still has a bit of issues as far as opening up her heart. Now she seems to be opening up with Justin a little bit, and maybe time together will help her do that. She has a bit of a nurturing nature to her naturally because she has kids. She's a mother. So from what I understand, Justin gets sick, and she take care of him, and she kind of, I don't want to say nurse him back to health because I ain't seen the episode yet, but he seems to be pretty happy with her bedside manner, if you will. But, she's in some stiff competition. I think she is still she could be considered a wife, but I still have a lot of issues with Mika moving forward. A lot of things that she do seem to be a bit self-serving and for her own good and for her kids' good. And she doesn't necessarily seem to be offering the men a whole bunch. So it is a lot is in question due to those factors. But I got Mika at number 5. At number 4 is Maya. All right. Now, this week's wifey ranking, I got Maya at number 4 because I did not necessarily like the movement of her this episode. She says something, and I'm gonna put the clip in here. Check this out.
William was definitely one of my strongest connections, but now this new information about this messy group chat, this is definitely making me question my connection with William. How y'all let this man manipulate you? I'm still trying to get that in through my scalp. I'm done with it.
Now, she said, how are you going to have some man change your mind and change your decision? I'm completely turned off by that. I'm actually saying that to you, Maya. How are you going to have some man change your mind and change your decision on Will? I was completely turned off by that. You actually was turned off by the one thing that you did. And you practically dropped Will because of what some other dude told you, Lauron, which is in question. I will get to that when I start to rank the men. But it showed me she can waffle a little bit. And another thing I noticed about Maya is that it is pretty clear to me that she is a woman who is turned on by what I call the alpha energy. Okay. Whoever the alpha guy is in energy, she is attracted to that guy. Maya is the most feminine woman. Okay. So more times, the most feminine woman wants the most alpha and most masculine man. And when Lauron, held a meeting, he showed masculine energy. When Lauron called Will out, to her, it looked like masculine energy. Why? Because it looked like he was taking charge of the situation. Okay. However, I don't like the way that she just dropped Will. I really don't. You've been rocking with Will, I don't know, for half the season. And all Lauron got to do is say a couple of words for you to drop him. Dominique thought y'all were married the way y'all were rocking out, you and Will. That's why he didn't approach you. He thought you were, he said, I don't date married women. That's what he said on the episode. And you drop him because of what Lauron said, the guy who ain't got no connections. It didn't make sense to me, but I understand Maya more. And I understand how she can move to what she perceives as the most masculine man. Now, a part of it is not her fault. She's very feminine, right? She's the most feminine woman on the show. All 10 women. She's the most feminine woman. I'll give her that. But the backside, the downside of being the most feminine is you can really attract a lot of F boys. Okay? Because those super feminine women is going to be looking for the most masculine. It's a law of nature. It's a yin and yang. It's it's a duality thing. Okay. So, it's hard for me to blame her for that. But at the same time, I did not like how she just moved off of Will. And let me show you something. Let me show you this clip of her interacting with Will. Check this out.
I've been open and honest and like truthful with everybody here.
I think you should just let it go
Yeah.
at this point.
Yeah, and I am, but I just want to make sure we still good.
No, we definitely good.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we good. It's just, we just gotta just let that stuff go
Yeah.
for sure.
And as you can see right there, she had her arms crossed. Can you see that? She had her arms crossed. Her arms are crossed and she was in a bit of a defensive position, almost like she was already turned off. She recognized that Will was doing PR work, but she was already gone. If you look at her body language, you can see she's already turned off. It's already a wrap for Will. Okay. She practically didn't even want to hug him or anything like that afterwards. And it was just I had a problem with the fact that, okay, Maya's going to always be attracted to who she considered the alpha guy in the room. So say, for instance, I marry Maya. Me and Maya married, right? I have a friend who is, I guess you could say, a super alpha, or shows more alpha than I do. Do I have to be worried about her going after this guy or letting this guy put stuff in her ear and snatch her away from me? Not even if we just married, maybe if we just dating. And this guy and I got a friend who's super alpha. Can I bring him around her? Is she going to be more turned on with him? What if he stabs me in the back? Is she going to buy into it? I didn't like the way that Maya moved in that situation, and that brought her to number 4. Number 3 is Rashina. All right. Now, Rashina, I think, is really moving with some intention. So shout out to Rashina. I do think that the woman is there for her guy, but I think she just gets in where she fits in. Okay. I think she sensed that Justin was interested, but not her first pick anymore. So she just kind of playing a role, I guess you could say, or just kind of going by the motions, since the women are not up for elimination. So she's in the house and enjoying herself, but she's not in the house. She's just in the house enjoying herself, but she's just in the house really just trying to kind of just get in where she fit in. I think Rashina is a good woman. Honestly, I don't think her guy is in the house. I really don't. That's no fault of her. That's not to say that she's not ready for love. I think she's ready to find her next man, her next husband. I think that she is ready for the next phase in her life. And I think that she is a good person. I don't really have a whole lot of negative things to say about Rashina, because she's moved with some grace, some intentionality, and she's getting in where she fit in. And I just don't think her guy's in the house. That's my only thing with Rashina. But I got Rashina. I still think that she is in the halfway mark as far as the wifey rankings, because if she found her guy, I think she would make a great wife, to be honest. So I got Rashina at number 3. At number 2 is Vanessa. All right. Vanessa moved down a notch for me because I think this woman is ready for a husband. Make no mistake about it. However, part of me wonders how far she went with Chaz. How far did she go with Chaz? Were they intimate at some point? One thing that really, and I'll admit this, it turned me off with Vanessa is when she said she ain't got the tools to deal with Will. I know some women are going to be like, oh, I don't blame her. I don't blame her, this, that, and the third. That is a turnoff. Like I said before in the video, that's like a man saying he can't be supportive, or he can't be a provider, or he can't be a protector. It's a turnoff. It's just a turnoff. Like, I don't know if I have the tools. I'm not asking you to be a therapist, okay? I'm asking you to be a wife. Okay? I'm asking you to be a wife. I'm not asking for professional help, or I'm not asking for you to change my situation or circumstances. I'm asking you to be the shoulder that I can lean on and the bosom I can put my head in when I need to. Okay? Sometimes I just needed to get it out my system. Know that I got somebody in my corner helping me get through this. Maybe I don't need a professional to deal with the things I'm going through, but I like to know that my wife is there to hold me down. Ain't nothing worse than being with an unsupportive spouse. I'm just keeping it real. And if you don't got the tools to deal with that, stay single. Stay single. That's just but listen, it was a huge turnoff. I'm not gonna front. But I think the woman is great, okay, in a lot of aspects. And maybe she can be that for the guy that she loves. Maybe she can get the tools for the guy that she loves. She just don't want to deal with that with Will. I get it, but I don't get it. You know, that, you know, she said something interesting to Chaz. She said, you need to make a decision because I like a leader. Okay? Okay, that's fair. You like a leader. And I get that. A man needs a supporter. A leader needs a supporter, a follower. Can you do that? Do you have the tools? These are questions about Vanessa I'm asking now that I didn't have before. The way the women turned their back on Will, even Shamika said the same thing. She was the first one to say it. Oh, I don't know if I want to deal with that, or that's too heavy. And then, you know, all the other ladies jumped in, and I ain't got the tools, and I don't want to deal with that. It was a sign of maybe times to come, because look, your man gonna go through something. Your man gonna go through something, whether it be dealing with their kids, dealing with their parents, dealing with their profession, dealing with society. They're gonna go through something. And if you ain't got the tools to deal with that, all that tells me is you're going to be kicking me when I'm down. Or you're going to tell me the best thing you can do is tell me to suck it up, or whatever, or man up, or some cliche phrase. As a man, I ain't trying to hear that. Not from my woman. Not from the one who I will practically lay my life on the line for. I'm not trying to hear that from you. That's not the type of support I need. I need a woman who is going to be there for me. Okay? And pick me up emotionally. Okay? Physically, I could pick up a dump truck. But emotionally, I need some help. That's what you're there for. You're the nurturer of the two. Okay? You could put a battery in my pack, and I can put my cape on and fly around the world like Superman. Okay? Lois Lane put a battery in Superman back. And she was just a woman. Y'all don't understand. That's what men are looking for. Otherwise, we'll just be players and smash everything. Anyway, Vanessa at number 2. At number 1 is my girl, Patrice. Listen, I like this woman. And I think she's the most ready to be a wife, okay? I think she's the oldest woman on the show. Her wisdom is kind of showing because she is over the confusion that some of the other women have. She wants my man, my man, my man. That's Patrice. She says she don't want her boyfriend to get in the way of her husband. Okay. She is dedicated to Lonzo, even though she opened up the door to Chaz, which I found a little confusing. This woman wants her husband and she wants the best pick of the litter. I can't necessarily knock that. But one thing is very clear. She wants her man. She ain't trying to be besties with the girls. She ain't trying to do none of that. She don't put none of the men down. When Will was out there in the fireplace, she was the one comforting him like a wife. That's what I'm talking about. Okay? She said, you know my number. Call me. You don't have to go through this alone. Again, her wisdom is starting to overtake the other ladies, to be honest. It's really starting to show. And Patrice is in a place where it ain't no confusion with this woman. What's she looking for? She looking for her other half. Okay? She practically never puts the other man down. She is all smiles. She accepts Lonzo, probably one of the goofier dudes on the show. She can see the good in almost all the guys. And, you know, I seen her in the kitchen cooking, so she'll probably cook for her man. She is the closest one to mentally being wifey ready to me. And this, of the women that are left. I'm going to do another overall ranking of face, body, personality, and wifey rankings. But I'm going to do that at the end of the season, probably after the first reunion. I'm going to do all 10 women, all 10 men. And I'm a re-rank in different categories of face, body, personality, and wifey. And then the men, I'm going to do husband ready and things like that. I'm going to do that, like I said, after the first reunion. You'll see that video. I'm going to take all the information in and re-rank, and I'm going to trust me, it ain't going to be how you think. The numbers ain't going to add. The predictions ain't gonna add up the way you think. All right, so watch out for that ranking after the first reunion.
Chaz, how do you feel to be the man with the box?
Uh-oh.
Oh, not the box.
With the box?
With the box.
Can we come ask me?
No. You the head of the table. You're on the spot. Let's go.
Okay. All right. I feel like I have real connections, and I can see myself with any one of them outside of this process.
Next up is the men. Let's go into the men rankings. And at number 5, I got Lauron. All right. Again, listen. I don't got no problem with nobody on the show. Y'all all welcome to talk to me. Shout out to Dom, but y'all all welcome to talk to me at any time. But Lauron, if I'm being honest, I am sensing a little chatty patty in you. And I find it ironic that you don't want no mess started up, but you're starting all the mess. Okay? Very ironic to me. If I'm being honest, and I could be wrong because I don't know you personally, bro. I'm sensing a touch of narcissism in you, okay? And the reason I say that is I think you were the only child. Okay. You have a bit of, if it's not narcissism, it's only child syndrome. Okay. You're very uncomfortable in positions, in situations that you can't control. It's very clear. Okay. And you'll figure out and wiggle your way out of situations that make you uncomfortable. Sometimes you can't ignore them, like at the elimination. I don't even know how you still on the show. Okay, let's start there. I don't know how you wiggled your way into the end. Your girl been gone. Okay, so something you're doing is working, and I give you props for that. You're almost like a diabolical genius to me. Okay, you're almost like Lex Luthor or the Joker or something. I don't know. And I say that because I respect your intelligence, but at the same time, I think it's diabolical. I think it's in poor taste. It's not done well. You know what I mean? To put your boys out on blast is never a good look. Never a good look. Women, let me tell you a secret. I don't know this for sure, but this is my suspicion. That group chat that the men have, women got it too. Okay. The women got it too. You think they're going to mention theirs? They're not going to mention their group chat. You think they don't talk in their group chat? Of course they talking in their group chat. None of the women brought their group chat up. They're not going to do that. All they said is, "Oh, y'all being messy." The women are just as messy in their group chat, but you know the difference? They're not advertising it to the men. And here you go, advertising it to everybody. Too much of a chatty patty, bro. Let me say this, and this is the determination I'm going by with ranking these guys as far as husband ready. And what a big measure, okay, I'm using is conflict resolution. Lauron, I don't see you being a very good guy with conflict resolution. Let me explain. You always have to put somebody on blast. You can almost never see someone else's side of the situation. This tells me, even if you get in a relationship with Maya, if y'all get in a disagreement, you're not going to be very understanding of her situation. Now, Maya might be the perfect woman for you because I don't know if she's going to challenge you like some of the other women might challenge you because she see an alpha in you. But your conflict resolution doesn't seem to be the sharpest, bro. I'm going to just keep it high. It just doesn't seem very... that's why I say it comes off narcissist. I'm not calling you a narcissist, but I'm saying it comes off narcissistic. Okay. When you were at odds with Koshia and you didn't hear her out, and even Chaz told you, "Hey, dude, we gotta listen more." Okay. You was in your feelings then. I find it ironic that you're talking about this group chat. And let the truth be told, I'm sure you was in a group chat. If you wasn't in a group chat, you're still being very messy. You're still being very messy. And what do you care that these guys have their preferences? You got preferences too, bruh. It was said that you didn't want Mika there, which was ironic because Mika was your connection. A lot of stuff ain't making sense. Why are you fighting so hard on Koshia's behalf? And she's been gone for I don't know, weeks there. She's been gone for a while. Some might say you should have self-eliminated yourself, bro, because your girl wasn't there no more. You should have just went and got your girl. Now you're looking like you just want to be on TV. This is party time. This is a good time. Okay. You're looking like you're trying to play Survivor instead of Ready to Love. Okay. This is not Survivor. This is Ready to Love. If your love is off the show, instead of whining to everybody else who's still on the show, self-eliminate and go be with your woman if it's really about love. But a part of me can't blame you for doing what you did, because I do think Maya is a good match for you. So I guess however you get there and how you get her is the means that you had to take in order to get there. But I can't say I would have handled it the same way, and I can't say that you still haven't shown your hand. You did show your hand of being a little bit of only child syndrome, a little narcissist, and a little, like I say, diabolical. Part of me respect it, a huge part of me don't. So I got Lauron at number 5. At number 4 is Chaz. All right. Now, why do I got Chaz at number 4? For the same reason. You're not showing a lot of conflict resolution, bro. You're not showing a lot of leadership when it comes to being a husband. Okay. If you look, you're 47. Okay. You're 47 years old, Chaz. There shouldn't be a whole bunch of indecisiveness. Funny thing is, you're a data analyst manager. You should have analyzed the data and made a damn decision. I mean, look, that's just how I view it. You do this for a living, bruh. Analyze the data and come up with a decision. Are your numbers this confused? I don't think so. Are your charts this confused? I doubt it. I think you're real nice with your job. Use the same tactics. Use the same skill set. Analyze the data and figure out who is for you. Okay? I can sit down and do all of this analytical stuff. Why can't you? Now, look, a part of it is I feel a little bit of ego with Chaz. I get it. I get it, man. I get it. And you spoiled with choice. I think you have what I call paralysis of analysis. Okay, you are a data analytic manager, but you have that paralysis of analysis. Okay. Oh my goodness. But look, I don't think Chaz is a bad guy. I don't think he's a bad guy. I think he is he's loving the attention. Let's just keep it real. As a matter of fact, I think Chaz will feel like, you know what? I could find my woman on this show or off this show. It's not going to be hard. I don't need the stress. So maybe he's playing he got a joker behind his back. Maybe he's gonna self-eliminate himself so he can find a better option that's better than all these chicks. Who knows? Okay, maybe he has done the analytics. I don't know, but it's looking like you don't know how to make a decision. A part of me doesn't understand why you accepted Patrice's connection, because you were so far in the process already. That was just sloppy work, in my opinion. Didn't make you look better, it made you look worse to all the women. especially the ones you had connections with already. Oh, he's still accepting exceptions, huh? This late in the game? Wow. Okay. I'm must really not be that chick for him then. That's what you got the other women thinking. Now, you have the privilege of being the top guy on the show. So it's not like the women are just going to bow out because all women, look, this is what I love about RTL, okay? It really does depict the real life nature of dating. Okay? It really does. And what I mean by that is even on dating apps or dating sites or whatever the case may be, or dating in general, it rings true. All the women want the top guy. All the women. I don't care if they're in society, on a dating app, on a dating site, or on a TV show. They all want that one guy, and that leaves 9 other guys out of the mix. Okay. It's just funny how the show mimics real life. And Chaz is that one guy. They probably seen, okay, he making good money. He and them 6 figures. Okay. They went to his house. That's why I said that was a peacock moment for him for when he invited everybody to his house. He knew that would have the effect on the women. That was a chess move. I give it up to you on that. Okay. But if I'm being honest, at this point in the game, man, you should have made a decision on who you were really rocking with. A part of me wonders what your real motive is. Like, you say you're ready for marriage, you're ready for kids, you're ready to settle down, you're doing that, but are you moving like that? I don't think so. You're moving like you want to smash everything. Okay, and if that's what you want to do, okay, I know the show forces you to choose somebody, okay, but you're looking like you just want to smash. You're looking like you're not ready. That's why I have you at number 4. Conflict resolution, and you can't seem to resolve conflicts with Vanessa. You're still taking on more problems with Patrice. I don't want to call her a problem, but what I'm saying is accepting her connection was more of a problem for you than anything else. And you just don't seem to be making wise decisions. That tells me you probably you want to be a player, but you're not a player. Okay, don't ask me how I know. Okay, if I was in that house, I would maneuver this situation pretty smooth. Okay, but nonetheless, you don't have much conflict resolution. You looked like you were giving up. At least that's what it looks like with you leaving the house. So I have to put you at number 4 in the rank. At number 3 is, I'm gonna say Justin. Okay, Justin is getting by. But he sort of suffers from some of the things that Chaz suffered from, and that is, I'm gonna tell the ladies everything they want to hear, because I'm really trying to smash. Okay, I ain't got no plans on really walking down the aisle with none of these chicks. I'm just really trying to smash. And of all the women I'm trying to smash, Shamika. Okay, if she want me to say I don't want to have kids, I tell her I don't want to have kids. But I secretly do. I'll tell Maya or somebody else that I want to have kids. But with her, I'm trying to smash that. Okay. So I'm gonna say what I got to say to get by and do. Now, Justin is cool. He's smooth. He don't call. He not in the middle of nothing. All right. And he's like the newest member on the show, so he's not in group chats and all that other stuff like the other guys was. He's not a part of that mix or that mess. He's probably not even part of the brotherhood. He's probably not really connected to any of the guys. I could be wrong about that. But he seemed like a cool guy, but he really haven't been really tested. But just by how he's moving and who he's going with, it tells me it's all superficial stuff. Okay. Shamika never portrayed herself as being the nicest woman on the show, but he's enamored with her physically. He trying to smash nothing, and he kind of moving playerish too. I'm gonna tell her what they want to hear, tell her what she want to hear, so I can smash everything, because I'm down for that. Now, how it works out in the future, who knows? But that's territory I'm trying to conquer right there. So that's how Justin is moving. Again, not a bad guy, but I kind of question his intentions a little bit, and he's moving a little questionable to me. And whether or not he'll be a husband to you will determine, I don't know. Justin take me as the type of guy who could walk down the aisle with a woman or could leave a woman at the altar, depending on last minute decisions. You know what? I do really want kids. Should I go down this aisle with this chick? I don't know if I'm gonna do it. You know what I mean? He just seems a little too much on the fence to me. That's why I got him at number 3. At number 2 is Lonzo. All right. Now look, Lonzo, listen, y'all. I know y'all probably don't agree with this, but trust me, Lonzo is number 2 as far as the man who is ready to love. Now, Lonzo, my brother, one thing I will tell you is you're starting to look like the court jester. Okay. And what I mean by that is the joker that the king has telling all the jokes, and you got your bonnet on, you're doing these dances, crip walking and stuff and all this other stuff. Look, with the right woman, ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? With the right woman. I think you a cool dude. I think all the guys are cool dudes. They just put under different circumstances. But I think, Lonzo, you're a cool dude. But one thing I respect about you, brother, is that when you got into beef with Koshia, you went to Koshia and you apologized. You said, look, I'm trying to nip this in the bud. I didn't see Lauron doing that. So shout out to you for that. You said, look, I want to put this under the, rug. I didn't mean to offend you. You humbled yourself. Bam, you and Koshia knocked that out. Y'all was cool ever since. That showed conflict resolution to me. Okay? You go to Patrice, you show her intent, you let her know, you take her on a date, you show intention. Okay? I respect that. You even went to Lauron and said, look, man, I ain't trying to step on nobody's toes. Let's get all this stuff figured out. And then Lauron called the meeting or whatever. But you seem to be a person that a woman can work with, okay? You seem to be a person a woman won't have so many lingering issues with, okay? If all she got to do is put up with your dancing and your bonnet, you'll be a good husband, bro. You'll be a good husband. Now, the date you took Patrice on, I think you had help with that. I think production gave you a budget that said, look, you're going to use up all your dating budget on this one date. You want to do it? And you was like, yeah, let's go for it. I got to show and prove. She don't think I'm serious. And I think they said, okay, we're going to let you use up all your dating budget. We're going to close the whole joint down. Now, would you do that on your own in real life? Probably not. You know what I mean? Probably not. But I like the idea. Okay, I like the idea. They probably even helped you with the idea too. But but at least you knew what you had to do. You were like, look, I got to show improved production. I need y'all help. Y'all need to help me get a dream date going. And I think they said, okay, Alonzo, you're gonna use up all your budget with this one, bro. Ain't no more dates after this one. You was like, cool, I don't need no more dates. I need to make an impression, and I think they helped you out. A part of me wonders if you'll do that on your own at some point. But your intentionality, your conflict resolution, stellar, bro. I'm looking past the court gesture and the goofiness, and I'm looking at you as how you're showing up in conflict resolution and getting along with somebody. And let me tell you, you surpassed a lot of people that others would think is on the top. You know. So shout out to you, Zoe. I think you're number 2. At number 1 this week is Will. All right. Listen, now I know some might disagree with this, okay, and I get it. Will is ready to find his wife. Okay, he's ready to find his wife. He gets along with Maya, he gets along with Patrice, he gets along with everybody. He may be going through a rough patch, but we all have them. His just happened to align with the show, just like Lynn's did. But he's so far into the process right now. It just he's so close to possibly finding his wife. He don't want to bow out, and I understand that. Okay, if I can find a long-lasting woman, I'm too deep in right now. I'm too deep in. That's probably what Will was thinking. And I think this guy is ready to be a husband. Now some might say, oh, well, he had 2 divorces. He had 2 divorces. So, and that's true. He has had 2 divorces. So some could question if he's ready. I think he learned from those situations. I think Will wants a family real bad. I think, like what his friend was saying, his picker was off. His picker was off a little bit. I think his picker is still off. Okay. I think he's going after Maya, and he should be going full court press for Patrice. But he's just not the best at knowing what's good for him or knowing who's good for him. But the fact that he was married before shows you he's willing to put it all on the line. He's willing to dedicate himself to one woman. Just because, like, what's worse? A man being divorced twice, or a man never being married at 47? Or, yeah, something like that. Like, or 50 years old. A man never being married ever at 50, or a man being divorced. Like, which one you think is going to have more experience with marriage or intentionality? It's a question you got to ask yourself, ladies. I think Will is there not to play games. He said he don't like drama. I believe him. Okay. He tried to go in there. He showed some husband skills, went in there, tried to talk to Maya because he know how things can fester with women. That actually showed some intelligence in him going in there and talking to her, even though she was closed off and had her hands folded. He said, look, I just want to make sure we good. That's emotional intelligence. That's relationship intelligence, I say. I just want to make sure we good. And there's no misunderstanding. Some might say, well, he didn't look like he was, he didn't look like he was, he looked like he was part of a mess or whatever. Look, man, that was between men. That was some chatty patty crap that Lauron started. And I ain't gonna hold Will to that. Because I'm gonna tell you, all those guys that was in that chat probably said who their turn on and turn offs were. All of them did. But if you're trying to steal a dude, woman, you gotta throw him under the bus specifically. So if you got your eye on Maya, you like, that's a possible match for me. Even though there were 9 of the dudes in that chat, I'm gonna point out Will because I want his girl. Okay? I need Maya to fire him and hire me. So I'm not gonna hold Will to that. Everybody said, you do that in confession. You do that in lounges. You speak your piece in lounges. Who you like, who you don't like. You say that to Tommy. So what's the difference? What's the difference between saying it with Tommy or saying it on the phone? What's the difference? None. So I'm not gonna hold Will to that. I think the guy is ready. I think he's ready for his third and final wife. Yes, I know his picker is off. Shout out to Will. I think he's a stand-up dude. He's a sergeant. And I think that given the right woman, he will make a good husband. And he has the manhood to be a good husband. And the intentionality. And I think he's not there to play games. I think he's there to find his other half. From him being adopted, he's strong in family. So shout out to Will. So those are the rankings of both the men and the women. Let me know what y'all think. Man, I already know. In the comments, it's gonna be crazy. Put it in the comments. What do y'all think? Am I off on something? Is Will number 1? Is Lonzo number 2 for real? How do I come to these conclusions? Patrice number 1? Is she the number 1 wife? Okay. Do y'all understand where I'm coming from? Put that in the comments. Hit the like, share, and subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.